This is exercise 1.4, a geometric construction for graphics. In this particular exercise, you are going to bisect a straight line AB, to bisect an arc EF, and to bisect a given angle. A few things I've done before I'm going to start my drawing is to set the page up. I've set the page up with a small piece of tape in the top corners, just on the edge of my page. Not a huge amount of tape and not on a lot of the paper, so I'm going to find it very easy to take that tape off without ripping the paper itself, and I'll keep my drawing in good condition. Also, I've, before taping it down, lined it up with my drawing or any existing drawing that might be on the page already. So here I've got a line in the middle of my page that I actually is going to be part of my drawing that I need to construct, and so I've set my T-square up on the true edge and lined up my page with that existing line. If I'd set it up to be in line with the edge of the sheet, you'll notice down on the edge of the sheet that it's actually not parallel to this line up here. So I don't set it up to be parallel with the edge of the sheet if I've got an existing drawing on the page. So I've set it up to those lines on the page. Okay, to begin, we're going to bisect a straight line AB, and we're going to use compass for that. Make sure your point's sharp, so use a sanding block if you need to. By first placing the end of your compass on the end of the line. So it's with centre A and radius greater than half AB, so radius, that's what we set our compass to, the radius, and it's greater than half that distance. So I'll set it a bit wider. Okay, so I've set my compass to be a little bit wider than half of AB, and it says with centre B, so my centre is B, and the same I need to describe an arc, which means just draw an arc above and below this line. So I'm going to draw a very light arc above and below the line. I only need a small arc, okay, on both sides. Next, I'm going to set my compass on point A as the centre point, and again do the same thing, keeping the same radius on my compass and describing an arc above and below the line. Now all we need to do is connect those points that have been intersected. I'm going to use my T-square and set square for this. If I've set my drawing board up properly and my drawing up properly on the drawing board, that should be a vertical line. So here I can do a nice vertical line between those intersection points. Okay, so we found D here and C, and we joined them up. Okay, the next one is to bisect an arc EF. Okay, so this is essentially the same as a straight line, but here we've just got an arc. So we're going to bisect, meaning cutting in half, this arc. Okay, so the same kind of method with our compass. So we place our compass on the end point of the arc, one end of the arc, the very edge, point F, and we're going to set the compass to greater than half, so roughly greater. Okay, and we can describe an arc above, on either side of the arc, basically. Okay, so I've got one on either side. Make sure it's reasonably clear to you without being too firm on the page. Okay, so I've got one on either side. Now I'm going to set my compass on the other end of the arc, point E, and draw an arc again on either side of the existing line. Okay, now those intersection points, when joined, should bisect the arc EF. We can't use the T-square for this. I'm just going to use this edge of my set square to draw this line. Okay, that's going to be a firmer line. You can see it's a bit darker than my construction lines. These are nice construction line weight, while this is fairly firm as a sort of an outline weight. Okay, so that's been bisected, so EF has been cut exactly in half. The last one is to bisect a given angle. So our angle given is ABC. It says let ABC be the given angle. Is step 1. Step 2, with centre B, so again we need a compass. Okay, with centre B, so that means we put the point of the compass on B. It says, and any radius, describe an arc ED. Okay, so with any radius, so the same radius is fine. I'm going to describe or draw an arc which is going to give me a new arc DE. Okay. With centres E and D, so we've got now an intersection point here and an intersection point here. With centres E, D, so that's now our centre point. We're going to draw similar arcs to intersect at F, which is out here, so it'll be out here for this one. Okay. And now new centre point at D, the intersection point. Make sure it's right on that point. Needs to be for best accuracy. Okay, so now we have a point here, and we have the angle of the arc, point of the angle that we can join up. So joining B to new point F, that will bisect the angle. There you have it. There's the sheet is complete. Make sure that you've put your name on it. I've drawn a couple of really light lines with my T-square above and below the lettering here, and I've written my name in. Okay, make sure that you write your name in correct standard lettering. Okay, that's the end of exercise 1.4, geometric construction.